the other day, it was in an old frame, and it was in the basement on the dirt hill. I've been thinking I would frame it, you know, like I think I'm gonna do everything else. It didn't get done. Can you see what that says? It's probably 100 years old. What would Jesus do? So it's so old that I ain't gonna go ahead and get it framed. I'm taking it to Michael's, and they may not want to fool with it, but what would Jesus do? I can't think of a better guideline for our life, I'm telling you. We look at that every time. And I haven't.
Miriam, girls. Hi.
I knew it. And I insulted, since you record, are you recording me? I insulted them, I told some of them, both these two sweet girls, when they came in, of course I can dig at them all the time, but Vicki came in, and I said, you're not gonna wanna do anything here, because she didn't like to get her hands straight. So she said, well, I can sweep. I looked down on the porch, and she had that great big bag, I mean, it's huge. Out there sweeping, with that great big bag hanging out over the door. I said, Vicki, don't you want to put your purse in here? So she handed it to me, and I set it down right there. And then I looked out, so she was somewhere else with that bag hanging over her shoulder. So I just let it go. And then Cindy came in, and she said, I asked her about the folders, I think, because I didn't, all mine are gone. And she said, oh, I forgot those. And she said, I'm surprised I forgot something. And I said, you're surprised? So I've insulted both of them. And I love them both. You didn't insult them. Love them both. So much.
You can't insult the truth.
So, I'm just gonna hold it, the speaker is not connecting, so I'm just gonna have to be quiet.
You have 8 new voice messages. You have 1 saved voice message. First voice message. 10, Wednesday, August 24th at 5:57 p.m. from phone number 6154114.
This might be one of your prank calls.
86. Duration 2 seconds.
Took longer to listen to the intro.
Message erased. Next message. Sent Wednesday, August 24th at 6:18 p.m. from phone number 615414508. Duration 28 seconds.
That's mine.
Hey, this is
Vicki.
Oh, that's Vicki. I thought I heard voices coming this way. Okay, got it.
Message erased. Next message. Sent Thursday, August 25th at 11:13 a.m. from 423598849. Message erased. Next message. Sent Thursday, August
Remember what you said?
25th at 1:40
Big talk.
p.m. from phone number 61541.
Is this a part of the Trump investigation?
Next message. Sent Friday, August 26th at 10:48 a.m. from phone number 80.
Next thing we would read is he took some of the White House toilet paper
Next
with
message.
him.
Sent yesterday, Saturday, August 27th at 5 p.m. from 77071405773. Duration 1 minute 17 seconds.
Hello, this is a message for the Sunday beach party. And I'm just saying about enjoy it. I wish you could be there. But, I'm thinking about being on the venture outside. It was too cold. It was too hot. But yeah, sit down on the swing. Yeah, wish I could be there. Hope you all have fun. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Who was that, Mark?
That was son Parker. Parker.
Oh.
He's in North Houston.
Today, Sunday, August 28th, at 12:31 p.m. From 61529306332. Duration 22 seconds. Hello, Ambrose. Greetings from Tampa. This is Stevie. I just wanted to wish you a very happy day. I know that today may be bittersweet for you, but just wanted to extend a really big hug your way and let you know you're loved. I hope you're doing well. Hope you felt that hug I just sent your way, and take good care of you. Know that you're loved. Bye-bye.
She still has her,
Message erased.
she still has her.
Yeah, see.
Today, Sunday, August 28th, at 12:34 p.m. From phone number 61547965997. Duration 31 seconds.
Not you.
Hi, Ruth. This is Tara, and I wanted to wish you a wonderful birthday.
Sounds like Tara.
Many years to make it as beautiful as it is. Very much you. So I know it'll be hard to transition on, and that your new home will be beautiful in different ways and maybe better ways. So I'm excited for your new chapters as well. I love you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Message. Message canceled. Message new message.
Sweet.
Nice.
The rest of us are here on that.
What?
The rest of us are here that matter.
That's right. We got
Okay, you wanted to ask a question, or you want me to just tell you what I know? Not what I know.
Well, I'm very curious to know what you're going to do out there. Will you live in this house or build one?
Well, of course, I'm in there now, it's up in my bedroom. And I had measured all that I felt like I needed in one little bedroom. And so it all has just fit perfectly. Including the cat tower right in front, you know that cat tower I have? So it's right in front of the window, and it just fits beautiful. And I had 2 Persian rugs, and I didn't send those to the seniors to get treated like I did this one and another one. And so I thought, surely we find a place to put those 2 Persian rugs. So I put one in Scott's dining room under that old table, which was the first thing I ever had in the way of old things. You won't remember that old table. Let me tell you a little story about that. It was back when we were on Lakemore, and I used to walk to Vanderbilt, turn it, you hot?
I'm not doing that at you, I'm sorry.
No, but if you're hot, I'm gonna turn it.
AC's on.
Just barely tap it to turn it down. Just tap it, don't push it. Yeah. I had to pray over that it would last till closing. I really did. And the first, you know, the thing, all the AC stuff. So anyway, I walked to Vanderbilt and worked at the hospital. And when I would go through the alley, there was a little TV repair shop right there in the corner, in another old Vanderbilt building. And I walked by there and I looked over and I saw this man, the janitor, sitting on this oval table. Now, what possessed me to ask the TV repairman, because he had been to my house, he fixed a TV, probably about this big, and brought it to the house. So I asked him, I said, whose table is that? But that man sitting on, he said, you want it? And so he brought that to my house, set it on the porch, and one of the technicians in EEG at Vanderbilt kept trying to get me to give that to her. And I thought, because her family was from Gallatin, and I knew she wasn't hurting anything. And then I couldn't really use it. Some of you remember Lakemore real well. But anyway, that was the first thing. So Scott has that, and he had it refinished again. Andy had refinished it, but it needed it again. So we put one of the Persian rugs under that table. His beautifully. And let's see, we met with a builder, and Scott signed the contract, and we're gonna build onto his house. Now how, we don't know yet. We're gonna draw out a little plan. The builder kind of sketched out something that day. Scott said, she's wanting to build around furniture. So he didn't seem too surprised, you know. But anyway, I don't know how, you know, how big it'll be. If I could afford it, I would build just the size of this, you know, which is, excuse me, 1,400 square feet. But I'm sure that's probably expecting too much, and I may cut it on down to where it's just a little, whatever, I'll be happy. I can tell you that. There'll be a porch that's gonna be longer. I think he said as long as the house is, you know, and Scott said, can it be deeper? He said, yes, so I'll have a nice big porch. And the view, as you all know, is just out of this world. And this is not about this. I am so blessed. God keeps, hear me well, because if I died today, you gotta hear this. He continues to bless me more and more and more. And I am so grateful. And some of you might not believe that the Lord speaks to you today. He does. I've been doing it a long while. And a few months ago, I heard him say, and I always said at the kitchen table, and I told Parker one day, I said, Jesus sits in that other chair. He says, does he talk to you? I said, yes, he does. And so that day, I heard, you will be blessed. And I said, Lord, I'm already blessed. I am blessed beyond measure. And I didn't know if he meant, you know, I could go anytime or whenever I go, or if he meant now. I had a feeling it was to do with this, but I still don't know for sure, except yesterday, I couldn't do much at all. I felt so bad and so weak. And Scott left, and he turned on some music for me. I told him this was Christian music. I laid on that couch with that beautiful view, feeling very, very bad, but I had the most blessed worship time for hours. And I did get up and do a few more things, but I'm having to kind of sit down. It was, if I was never blessed again, that was incredible. I cannot really relate to any of you what a blessing that is. I'm talking about major worship time on my back. And a lot of times my hands raised. I thought about Moses. Remember when he held up his hand, couldn't hold him up anymore? But it was so incredible, I'll never forget it. That beautiful music that was playing through Google. And that in itself is a real blessing, but it is a delight to be out here. I haven't even had time to sit down outside until yesterday. But I'll tell you, this is kind of funny. I said to Scott, well now, if the porch is going this way, the big view is here. Of course, that empty lot over there is pretty too, and it's a long way off the road. I said, now, if we put a porch over there, I said, do you think I'll be able to see that view? And I said, oh, wait a minute. I said, I sit out here in this swing, and I said, I can see all around it. But the first thing that came to my mind, that it would be so closed off, I couldn't see anything. Well, that didn't make any sense, but that was my first thought. So I'll have a good view off the porch and in the house. And of course, Scott always says, we both want privacy. I don't want, when he has company out on his wonderful deck, I don't want to see his company, and I don't want them to see me, and neither does he. He always kids me. He said, when I'm coming out there, he said, wait, I gotta tell all these naked women to get dressed. So anyway, it's just, and the boys have been just, Mark's been up here 2 or 3 times, and they have worked and worked and worked. And it just, and Scott, the last 2 days, I know he tried to act like it wasn't much, but he's had a trailer full going back and forth, rented a trailer. So everything except this, and I can't tell you what this means to me, you all back being there, but also just packing up what's left. Cause the other day, you know, I've been coming almost, well, every day. But one afternoon, I guess it was Janice Weathers came. Joan came one day recently, and then Janice. And after she left, I was still so overwhelmed with what all, I mean, Scott has taken what all was sitting in here, mostly. But I was so overwhelmed with what still has to be done, and I wasn't feeling very good then. So what I do? I had John to bring the weeder, because I really wanted to kind of clean up the weeds a little bit more. I was able to go outside much easier and do that weeder than being in here. That's how overwhelming it still was. So I appreciate so much. This is like, I can't really describe it. It's like the whole weight has just been lifted. Thank you so much. So anyway, we don't know when we're gonna build, but, oh no, we have a good idea that they'll break ground November or December, because this man had one more winter project he could get started on. So we'll be working with him, and,
That's really soon. November, that's really soon.
Yeah.
You have to come up with a plan.
he said about 6 months, so I added about 3 to that.
You mean next November or this November?
This November.
This
This
is,
November?
yeah, woo,
Breaking ground, but you know what that.
breaking grass, yeah.
But you still gotta have a plan, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be, I have a meeting with him next week, would be my guess.
So Mom, I think Tim had something? Or-
Yeah, whatever.
He's gonna sing, I think.
No.
Well, I can, oh,
I was trying not to cry myself. I'm trying really hard not to make this like
you know
a.
how proud I am. Get out here.
Okay, this is not a eulogy.
There we are.
But, hey, Leia. I just wanted to talk about some things about this house that I think about often. And some of them are little things, like in the summers between school, when I would take naps on this couch, and take naps on the swing, and take naps in the hammock in the back, and watch the History Channel, and fall asleep watching the History Channel while I was doing sun-kissed soda. I think about those days often, and simple things, but important things. I think about the kitchen, learning to make egg sandwiches and grilled cheese sandwiches that I now make for my family, and they enjoy so much. In the kitchen, you helped me make a cake that I made for Emma when we were still dating, which was the most complicated and just awesome cake. I made a cake from a Star Wars character, and she helped me. We baked it here, and then she helped me decorate it into that character. And I was thoroughly impressed. I always appreciate all the conversations that we've had this fall. Table in there. And then just 2 weeks ago, this is so hard. I'm not sad, I'm just talking about how exciting, how meaningful all this has been to me. Took a picture of Miriam and Leia sharing a deal. That's it. And it's a really meaningful picture to me. Just because of all the wisdom that you shared in the kitchen. And I have a picture of it, and it's going to be a very meaningful picture because as I was thinking back, there's at least 4 generations, that have just shared love and wisdom in this house over the past 30 years. At Christmas time, and I'm sure we'll see that tree again over inside either your new house or Dad's. What a beautiful tree.
Not the big one.
No, is that gone? Is it gone?
It's been gone.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, but you told me you missed that big.
I missed that tree. Well, you will have to help him pick out a new one and decorate that. And what about the Santa Claus? That was always.
Oh, I guess he took it yesterday.
Okay, good. Well, let's throw it around. I always think of the Santa Claus and the folky Santa Claus. How would you describe that Santa Claus?
Well, he was called Father Christmas. It's all
Oh, okay.
handmade, the fur and everything, all that sort of thing.
And then I just think about the meals that we've had around Christmas time, and Miracle on 34th Street on the TV, and Christmas Stories on the 24-hour run that was it Turner or AMC or something. And it's a little thing. In my mind, I just think of Christmas, and I think about the meals, and I think about that being on TV. When I came home from Afghanistan, we had the party here. That was very significant. And the last thing I want to say is that I wrote here on the way over is that Em and I often talk about how warm and cozy this house is, and how we talk about one day we want to decorate our home so that it looks and feels like your house. But really, the way that this house feels is not a product of the way that you've chosen to decorate it, as much as it is a product of the wisdom and love that you've filled it with. So,
And we had, when I was staying with them for a year, Tim, and I'll never forget it, and I tell a lot of people about that. We watched war movies together, and we went to what was that Phil Valentine it was something about illegal immigration. I think we went to a big thing that Phil Valentine had. And we just had, I'll never forget the times when we watched war movies together and had conversation. And who was that man you listened to at night? I saw him on TV not too long.
Michael Savage?
Michael Savage.
I don't listen to him so much anymore.
When he was in high,
Yeah.
huh? You know?
Yeah. Is he still on the radio?
I don't know, but I thought he was very calm on TV when some news thing. Is that what you're talking about? You didn't listen to it. But anyway, we were very close during that whole period, and I've never forgotten that. So, oh my goodness, this is overwhelming.
I was just trying to keep to the things that were just about this house, because all that stuff and all those memories and everything that's special about you will still happen. It'll just be there. And so there's so much more I could say, and I don't know why I was getting so emotional while I was saying it. But this house has just been, I mean, how long have you lived? It's
36.
Okay, so
years.
I've only ever known you in this house, so.
And how much did you pay for this house?
55.
How much did you sell it for?
750. Oh, really?
That's amazing.
Well, we don't have all that, so don't
Oh,
get
I
excited.
know. I know.
Yeah.
Let me tell the funniest thing I remember in this house. So after Donnie left, and I would come over, and the place was trashed because you had been living with them for a year, and I guess when you were involved with Donnie, y'all were fishing and whatever, and it wasn't in the best house cleaning mode. So I would come over and we would go through stuff, and we finally got it, the rooms to where I thought they were livable. And we were in this living room, and Donnie had taken the couch, and she said, I'm just gonna get me one of those yard lounge chairs for the living room. And I said, you will not. We went right over to the Salvation Army, and we got that couch that you still have today and carried it with you.
No.
Yes.
He brought it from.
No, I'm saying it's in storage.
Oh, it's in storage,
You
yeah.
are keeping it.
Yeah. Well, it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's a very popular furniture company out of North Carolina. It's a very good couch, and I had it, the man actually covered it and also rebuilt part of it. So John thinks I ought to buy a new one.
Yes, I do.
Somebody said, why? And I said, well, I'm gonna keep it until that time comes. I may keep it forever, you know. So, we'll see.
But we had it pretty neat and everything. She's gonna put in a yard lounge chair.
Well, it was a place to sit. And I tell you.
And lounge.
They had big old flowers on it, I can't do flowers on on the couch. So I sat over here in a chair and sat there one night looking at that couch, and I thought, I wanted mocha brown. So I thought, how can I do this? I went to Walmart and bought the perfect color mocha brown sheet. And I want you to know, I never covered anything in my life, but I studied it long enough that I had those twist pins and T-pins. I covered that thing, and I doubt any of you couldn't see a pin.
Now, it looked upholstered.
Huh?
It looked upholstered.
But, and I kept, I knew, I think I probably wrote down exactly what I did, so, anyway. But it worked, and it worked until I had it rebuilt and covered, so I'm not likely to get rid of Joe. Let's see, Joan and Jeannie both would say, get you a new couch.
For your new house, that's,
But, yeah.
yeah.
New beginnings.
New beginning. It isn't, I call it a new chapter. And I have truly been excited. I'm still excited about it. It's kind of hard with all this stuff. Look how empty it looks now. Wonderful. But it's just been overwhelming. I mean, goodness gracious. And my client prays, we pray together. We even have communion together. And this is what I mean. God keeps blessing me. What a blessing. I've had some of the most wonderful clients. I've lost 5 already. And,
Well, quit keeping the old people.
Karen Timmons said she told some friends, I may have told some of you, she said, I told some of my friends that I've got this good friend who's in her 80s and she takes care of old people. So as long as the Lord will let me do that, I have a feeling I'll be doing it. But I've always lived very close to work. I walked to work at Vanderbilt, and then out in West Nashville, I was very close to VA and all of that. And we moved here 2 miles to St. Thomas. Now that I'm almost 84, I'll be driving 20 miles both ways. But I got it fixed. I love it. I take the route, and I'm gonna de-stress. I still drive on the interstate, but why do I want to do that with cars zipping by, zipping? No, I'm going long haul, turn left on Dixon Road. Takes me a little bit longer, and I've got block radio. Y'all have never listened to that. I'm probably not going to pay attention to a word I'm saying. Incredible, incredible Christian radio. Mark, the realtor, turned me on to it, and I will forever be grateful. So I've got that, and I've got the Bible on CD, and so I'm fixed 45, 50 minutes, or even an hour sometimes. So I love it. I come and go that way. So that's a very relaxed, you still have to watch, but I just don't need that zip, 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 zip.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah,
What time do you have to be at work?
well, whenever.
I mean, 9-ish?
Yeah, I usually get there about 9, but I would like to get there at 8:30. One morning I left at 8 and got there at 9, and another day I don't know, just whenever. I'd like to leave at 7:30 and get there at 8:30, but that's probably not gonna happen.
Well, they have old people on that side of town, so maybe you can, the next one you can get on a little closer.
Well, yeah, but I'm not, I don't know who's gonna go first, Vera or me, but I don't wanna leave her.
Oh, no, I'm saying.
Yeah, I could do that.
Next time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sure there's some.
Might find one.
Might be me.
Well, it's been good. It's really hard to explain how much I've enjoyed. Now, I've had a lot of bumps in the road, my own fault and bad choices. But the house itself and the yard, the flowers, I have enjoyed every minute. Anytime I come through that door, I enjoy it. So I couldn't ask for anything more than having this house for 36 years. And Steve really didn't think I should move. He said, Mama, you said the Lord gave it to you 2 times. Once originally, and then the other was when Donnie and I divorced. Because sometimes you never know if you're gonna lose the house or not, but it wasn't very likely. But anyway, so I got secured again. So I'm just real grateful. And my love for flowers.
It finally connected, maybe?
Those, emails through and it would work, and then all of a sudden it started.
She may need her phone.
I thought that was their phone ring. I thought, girl, you really need to de-stress. So,
Well, thanks again, y'all, for
Yeah.
coming at the last minute. Well, some of you had to go, but it's been a special time.
very special.
Last day, I just call it 4901. I don't even call it, I just call it 4901 now. I don't know what else to call it. Mama's old homestead, or Mama's old place.
The buyer's gonna walk through tomorrow, the man. I haven't met him or talked to him. But I have talked with Mrs. Buyer, and she was very nice, and we had a good conversation. I told her about the trees and what they do, you know, from season to season. I told her I would probably miss those more than anything, the ones out here. And I told her that I fertilize them once a year. And so today I texted her. I knew I was kind of, I didn't know how much I was gonna be able to do. And I said, I've hit a bump in the road, and I know your husband's coming tomorrow, and I was hoping to get it clean too. But I think he's just coming to see if there's any damage or something like that. So I asked her, I said, if I don't, I told her I was trying to get somebody in here to help clean tomorrow. And I said, if I don't get through till Wednesday, do you mind? And she said, not at all. She was very kind. So, you know, I feel like I have this Wednesday to really do what I need to do or want to do.
It's funny, but the buyer's name, last name is Seller.
With an S or a C?
S.
This one?
Seller.
Oh, my last name?
No, who
The
bought
buyer's
this house?
name. The
No,
new owner.
Gilligan.
You called her Miss Seller the other day.
Oh, I meant Miss Buyer. I meant Miss Buyer.
Well, know what? Okay, well, never mind about their last name. I don't know what it is.
Well, I was just thinking, poets and songwriters like to talk about the walls and make it speak,
Yeah.
but I'm glad they don't.
Yeah.
Because this house, our house, your house, is just an inanimate object, but it allows us from the heart and from the head to build up a lot of memories. And it's a good thing that it cannot talk, because it would reveal all of the sordid arguments and bad things we said and done. But in our hearts, in your head, in your heart, you take with you all of the good things from this house. And maybe whoever moves in here, whatever shape it's in, some of that resonance will come out of the walls and tell them this is a good place. And going out there to be with Scott is a better place. And so we just pray your blessings will continue to pile up.
Thank you.
And wisdom, which is what you need to decide whether to build on, additions, whatever. God will give you a real clear picture of that too.
Thank you. Let's see, I was gonna tell you something about, something you said, and I can't Well, I don't know if it occurred to me or not. I don't know how important it was.
Yeah, we can learn to love each other the way we say we love our houses. It'd be a remarkable change in society. wouldn't it? Period.
Thank you.
I wish I could think of what I was gonna say.
Mark, you going back this afternoon?
I know, we're gonna stay tonight, do a few more things, and head back in the morning.
You sleeping at Scott's?
Whenever I come up here, now we live in the country now, I come up here, I say, Mama, real good to see you, but I'm back in the country. I'm heading back. It's changed so much, it's just not the same town. You know, that's the sad part to me, growing up here.
Yeah.
You know, of course, we all spent time away or whatnot, but when I get on the interstate and I spend some time in Atlanta, it just starts to remind me of all the crazy, busy, fast-paced stuff going on down there, and, you know, all cities are growing, and, but, yeah, we're heading back to the country, was my point.
The nice point.
You gonna spend the night at Scott's?
At your place?
Really? Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad.
We told her a lie, Gina called it a lie, I said, Gina, it's not a lie,
We're
it's
not
just
making
a,
any friends.
it's just a ploy.
He's the one that made it up.
But I told her, you know, because I was just here a couple of days ago, she's gonna get suspicious, I come right back up here now, I said, Gina's got a friend that has a layover at the airport in Nashville, and we're gonna come up there and have breakfast with them, and we are short on time, so we're gonna be here at noon. Maybe we'll have lunch with you, so she got motivated to be over here at 11:30, and it worked out.
I wondered how you got her here.
Well, a few days ago, she said she was gonna be here
Yeah, you
every
said
day,
that,
anyway.
Yeah, he knew I was gonna be here.
Okay.
Yesterday was a different story. Scott was, I mean, I could hardly do anything yesterday. I hit one period before, not this bad, but it was pretty bad. It took me about 3 or 4 days, and I'd be at Vera's, and of course I can lean back, and I couldn't walk fast, you know, I walked pretty fast. I couldn't walk fast, I was so weak, and it took about 4 or 5 days to get completely over that. But this is even worse, whatever it is that's going on, so it may be major exhaustion.
Yeah.
But we do need to pray, before we leave that, I had some pain, and this is the hip that broke 12 and a half years ago. And, I had some pain, when I lay down on Scott's couch about 2 nights ago, I had pain in there that I hadn't had since surgery. I mean, it didn't last long, but I had some little twitches in there. So either I have irritated where those pins are, or the worst thing is another hairline fracture. So I've already given that up to the Lord, because I'll be fine either way, but it would be wonderful, Lord, if it's not a fracture and just irritated. So, anyway, that's a good prayer request. I still haven't thought about it was so important, I'm sure.
So how long have y'all been on Paris Avenue?
Since 82 or 3?
About- Where's Vicky?
40,
Huh?
40 years on Paris.
Since 82 or 3.
Yeah,
Oh.
a week before Vicky's wedding, she'll tell us when her wedding was.
Right. Yeah, her wedding.
It was my second year in college, I think.
Yeah.
So 82 or 3.
Y'all live on Old Hickory Boulevard at one time. What was that address?
What was their address on Old Hickory Boulevard?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
Well,
Yeah,
my
that's
son
where-
lives in Nolensville, and we go down Old Hickory Boulevard, and some of those homes
Well,
remind me so much.
Old Hickory Boulevard is 80 miles
I
long,
know.
and it goes all the way around Nashville.
I know.
Yeah, but this is in
This-
Brentwood.
This is Brentwood area.
Okay, well, we get off at Old Hickory Boulevard from 24 and go down to Nolensville.
Okay.
On Burkett.
What, honey?
Burkett
Burkett
Road.
Road.
Yeah, Is that familiar?
No, they were all 65.
Off of 65? Okay.
I don't remember that. Catch me.
Oh, I
The
know.
Maryland
We
Farms
used to go
area.
there.
Oh,
Maryland
there.
Franklin Road, Maryland Farms
Okay,
area.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Well, can we put some more stuff in her car?
Anyone else gonna say
A little
anything?
bit.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Anyone else gonna say anything? So turn this off?
Does your, it'll video unlimited or what? Oh, you just can't send it.
Oh, I'm gonna send it.
I can't send videos on mine unless.
I just upload it to YouTube
Oh,
and send the link.
okay. Well, everybody's been very helpful. This has been a trip. Oh, but moving day was wonderful. Joe was with me. And we had these fellows from 2 men in a truck. And we just loved it. They were delighted. And that storage unit is 10 by 20. And when they put the last thing in that they had on the trunk, there's about this much space when you say where that pull down door comes. It was about that much space for the door. I mean, it was amazing, absolutely. But they were so
Bed
good.
and lunch. I
Yeah,
got them Starbucks.
yeah, they were happy. That one mover knew about Starbucks, about what do you call it, dragon, no, dragon.
Fruit, the dragon fruit. That's what he
knew about that.
He knew what he wanted. So, and the other one just said anything called.
So I did take time to paragraph as much as it was allowed. You know, both the office people, I said they were.
Those were good rounds.
Did you make those too, Joe?
They wore those visors, they went to the fair, they wore their visors. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Last Sunday afternoon. Oh, I bet. When we were here 2 weeks ago, to move some stuff out of the attic.
I got some books, and I said, okay, you guys come get these books if you want. And I said, and while you're here.
It's off the necklace, the Christmas light necklace.
If you'll get, you can get everything upstairs.
Excuse me, sorry.
Please, I just burped, you want me to, you want me to do that again?
Sure.
How loud? I can do it.
It's up to you.
I don't have any lipstick.
Oh, yeah.